Hello and welcome to Friday Night Magic here on StephenPlays. Last week we took on the Epsilonists, who were also elves. This week we're taking on the Blue Man group. Once again, oozing something out of their necks, they should really see a doctor. Blasting through some of the city's defenses, Chandra confronts her quarry. Liliana was correct about his identity. It is Tezzeret, the notorious Metal Mage and Planeswalker. But Chandra is surprised to be confronted by Dovin Baan and his massive constructs. Here on Kaladesh, Tezzeret is an honored and protected guest of the ruling consulate. Well, I do believe we're going to have ourselves a blazing good time. Chandra versus Dovin Baan. You can't fool me. Where are your two buddies? Alright, let's see. We play first. We're probably playing mono red, which is not a problem. So you got 4 mountains, Thriving Grubs. When Thriving Grubs enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. So energy is a new thing. Basically how it works is there is a pot of energy, and there are things that give you energy and things that cost energy, but it's not tied to any specific card. It's just a separate thing. So whenever you get energy, they just kind of go off to the side. You got 2 energy. If you need to pay energy, then you just spend it from that pot. So, this is a creature, a 2/1. Whenever it enters the battlefield, we get 2 energy. Whenever it attacks, we can pay 2 energy, and if you do, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Honest to God, it kind of reminds me of, well, energy from the Pokemon series, the Pokemon trading card game. Which is funny, because Wizards also created the Pokemon trading card game. Obviously, a long, long time ago. So we've got that. We've got the Lathnu Hellion, which is a 4/4 haste. That seems fun. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice it unless you pay 2 energy. Fiery Impulse is an instant. Deals 2 damage to target creature. Spell Mastery. If there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, it deals 3 damage to that creature instead. Okay, well... This is really not great. I mean, we have some mana... And we have... I guess we have some stuff to build up to, but this thing is not going to last a whole lot. A very long time. Like, this is probably playable, but I would have rather have seen 2 or 3 lands instead of 4 lands. I'm not really sure what to do. I'm going to draw a new hand. Oh my god. Well, that was... clearly a mistake. Now we have 5 lands. What is this? The Akum Firebird. 3/3 Flying Haste Phoenix. Attacks each turn if able. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 6. If you do, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a fun card. Malphus Doorbuster. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. When it attacks, you may pay 1. If you do, target creature can't block. That's kind of cool. Unfortunately, this is a lot of energy. See, now I'm calling them energy cards. Alright. You know I hate going to 6. But this looks like the best hand we've gotten so far. So we got 2 God, they're not energy. Christ. 2 mana. 2 land cards. Ruinous Gremlin. It's a 1/1 Gremlin. Pay 2 and sacrifice it to destroy target artifact. That could come in handy. Thriving Grubs, which we've already seen. Brazen Scourge, which is a 3/3 haste for 3. Not bad. Fiery Impulse, which we've seen. This is probably the best hand we've had so far. We're going to put in the Ruinous Gremlin. And, yeah, I gotta admit, I don't want to start with 6 cards. But it's better than starting with 5. And it's also better than starting with 5 land. Or even 4 land. This is a better hand, I think, than the first hand we had. Well, what are you? Flames of the Firebrand is a sorcery for 3. It deals 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures and/or players. Seems good. Thriving Grubs seems correct. Yeah, we're going to do that. So we already got 2 creatures out, which is pretty fantastic. Alright, there's our energy. So now you can see we have an energy pile over there. Once again, everything contributes to it, everything takes from it. But this guy is no longer summoning 6, so we can at least swing for 1. I really enjoyed last episode. Last week's episode was a lot of fun for me because it was like, oh my god, I get to be aggressive, I get to go whack, 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 whack. The people that know me best know I love to Whack. Let's take a look at the opponent and see what they're doing. They're apparently playing white and blue. So they've got a vehicle, but nothing to crew it with. But I do have to be careful because I'm going to start taking 2 damage in the air soon. This is a Ravaging Blaze. X damage to target creature. If there are 2 more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, it deals X damage to that creature's controller. Also deals. That's good. So we really need to get 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in the graveyard. It shouldn't be too difficult. We have 3 in our hand. Huh. This is not going to help us. This cannot be played yet, and I can't afford that. Unfortunately, we can't really do anything. If we had 3 mana, oh my god, 3 haste damage, that would be awesome. Unfortunately, we don't. Now, let's see here. This, whenever this attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, it gets a counter. There's nothing else that uses counters right now, so I'm probably going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to go to the attack step. Remember, this is a red mindset. We want to do as much damage as we possibly can. So we're going to attack with this guy and with this guy, and he's been declared an attacker as of now. So that ability activates, and it now gives me the option. We can afford it, and yes, I will pay 2 energy. So he's a 3-2 permanently because it's a counter. So I'm swinging for 4 on turn 2. Or 3. Is it turn 3? It's turn 3. Whatever. Still pretty good. And these are instants, so like, if something comes up, you know, I can still do 2 damage to something. And I may want to do that, because with Spell Mastery, apparently a lot of my cards have Spell Mastery. I want to get some instant and sorcery into the graveyard. What you got? A Janjeet Sentry. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. You can tap it and pay 2 to tap or untap target artifact or creature. Nasty. And the worst part is, I can't kill it. I love how I drew an energy card at the beginning. Like, I had cards that dealt with energy, but it wasn't until they played one that it was like, oh, you might want to learn about these. Okay. Alright. I drew an Aether Torch Renegade. When it enters the battlefield, you get 4 energy. You can tap it and pay 2 to deal 1 damage to target creature. You can tap it and pay, what is that, 8? 8, I guess. Aether Torch Renegade deals 6 damage to target player. Huh. That's kind of cool. Still don't have any energy, though. I really need energy. You know what would be nice? Energy. Huh. Did I say energy? I mean mana. God, lands! This whole thing's got me screwed up. I'm back in Pokemon. Alright. Go to the attack step. What do you do again? Destroy target artifact. God, you're valuable. You really shouldn't die like this. I was gonna say I could attack, he would block, he would take a hit, and then I could use Fire Impulse to kill off that creature. And like, I like that idea. I really do. But the problem is, this ability is really nice, because there's going to be artifacts, and having artifact removal is sweet. I'm really missing the thing for it. But I also, with red, I really want to keep moving. I don't want to just sit here and be like, okay, I'm going to skip a turn and just sit. I really want to do some damage to this guy. Plus, once again, the advantage of getting some stuff into my graveyard. I got to get some lands, man. I mean, I'm doing some damage to him, but it's coming at a cost. Let's... I mean, if I swing with both and he blocks with the blue one, he won't block with the blue one. He won't do it. You know what I'll do? I'll do this instead. Wait, whenever... Oh, okay, I was gonna say. Oh! Clever! Very clever. Interesting. Okay. So I end up killing off the vehicle. Kind of forgot about that. That was a good move. That was a really good move. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen there, but I still have my 1/1. And he's down a vehicle, so that's not bad. Okay, you got a dual land here. There was a bunch of ways that could have went, but that probably went the best way it could have. Now, I can block here, but once again, I'm not going to be able to destroy target artifact, which is what I'm more interested in doing. I'm going to let it slide. There's no reason to chump block anyway. I have 20 health. So he does too. Presumably you're playing something. You're playing a 9th Bridge Patrol, a 1/1 Dwarf Soldier. Great art, by the way. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Okay. So as people die, presumably, or get exiled or something, I guess it doesn't matter, he gets stronger. Finally, we have a land. Thank God. So we have some options. This will give us 4 energy, which is pretty cool. This would allow us to kill off an artifact, but there is none. And that's not going to help us. This is a 3/3 haste creature, which could be beneficial. Ravaging Blast can now officially do 1 damage, which is pitiful. This does 3 damage, divided as I choose. Huh. Man, I just really love red. I just really, really do. Right now, I feel like the Brazen Scourge is probably my best bet, just for the fact that it's going to allow me to do damage quickly. Get in there and bang, bang, bang. So that's going to come out, and I'm going to swing with it. I'm not going to swing at the 1/1, still holding on to the 1/1. He's obviously going to block. Unless he may choose not to. Okay, he chooses not to. He wants to take the 3. Alright, so he's down to 12. I still got my 3/3. We're going to see how he approaches this next turn because of that. Propeller Pioneer is a flying 2/1 with Fabricate 1. Which could be dangerous. How are you going to fabricate it? You are going for the token. You now have a lot more creatures than I do, which is a little dangerous. Swinging with the 1/1. I could block here. No interest. I'm going to skip. What I'm most interested in is using my guy to sacrifice to kill off a vehicle, because I am almost assuredly that there's a vehicle that's going to come. Alright, Malphis Doorbuster is a guy we've already seen. When he enters, you get 2, and when he attacks, you can pay 1 to force a target creature not to block. Which is pretty cool. Let's see. I'm thinking this is pretty freaking fantastic. There's 3 creatures on the battlefield right now who have 1 toughness, and this seems like a really great way to do them in. So 1 here, and 1 here. Boom. That's awesome. And that puts... Oh, clever. Clever. They still die, but he's making sure that if I'm doing that, I am not attacking. And I'm still going to attack. But I'm not attacking with the 3/3. That was great. And that's one of the 2 cards that I need in my graveyard in order to have Spell Mastery. Things are going pretty good right now. I gotta admit. I am pretty satisfied with how everything's happening. Swinging with the 2/3, do not care. Does not mean Hillbeans to me. Okay, I'm at 15. What you doing during second main, friend? You have got a Guardian Automaton. It's a 3/3 artifact creature. When it dies, you gain 3 life. Okay. Sure. Well, that's one thing I could kill. I get another one of these guys. They really give you a lot of energy. I'm assuming that's what the art is based on. Like, they're getting the energy for you or whatever. And when you get to 8, you do 6 damage to target player. My god, I'll get 8 by bringing in these guys. I could just tap it and pay 8 and just do 6 damage straight to their face, which is pretty fantastic. I'm actually excited about that prospect. I gotta get 1 more in my graveyard to have Spell Mastery. And then I could do this, but I don't have very much land. I still haven't been getting the land. Fortunately, I've been able to play most of my stuff. Based on everything here, I'd say that getting this guy out wouldn't be a terrible idea. I could also hold on to my mana in hopes of sacrificing and killing the 3/3, but That seems a little early. I think, I think doing this makes more sense. This is just another creature that we can block with. Seems good, and that gives us plenty of stuff. Now we'll go to the attack step, and I'll be swinging with the 3/3. Seriously. I want him to block me. I hope he blocks me. He blocks me. My, how I play red is recklessly. I try to think as little as possible and focus mostly on doing damage as quickly as possible. And it usually works out for me. Usually. I'm gonna let this slide too. I don't have the mana to do the things I want to do anyway. And once again, 15 life, no reason to block. Everything's fine. And now we've got an Eager Construct. When it enters the battlefield, each player may scry 1. Ooh! Each player. That's nice. That sounds exciting. Huh. Would you like to put this card on the top or bottom of your library? Well, I want that card. Although I gotta admit, I'm pretty pissed that that 2/2 is there, because 4 damage to the face would be awesome. Let's do... Let's keep it. Let's keep it. That's what I'll draw. I'm still desperate for land, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep that, that thing, because that's something I can actually cast with 3. I could come out swinging hard with that thing. It's definitely an idea. I could also play Fiery Impulse, kill off the 2/2, but then I don't have the necessary mana to play this thing in the first place. I think I'm just gonna go for it. Once again, damage, damage, damage. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. That's the way I like to play it, so that's the way I'm gonna play it. Now I have 6, which is pretty cool. I can also use this ability to deal 1 damage to target creature, but it has to tap to do it, so that's not going to help me very much. I could have played this guy. Well, it's going to be... he'd be summoning sick, but with 2 of them, I could actually deal 2 damage to the 2/2, and then I could kill it that way. Lots of options here. I really like this set. Let's go to the attack step. Let's attack here, and I don't really want to risk losing this guy. And he may play dirty and just block there and take the 4. So I'm just going to attack with the 4. I presume he's going to block, but maybe not. He decides to take it, which is fine. Alright, down to 10. Would have been lower, but he had gained 3 life. Let's see. This thing... that's not going to help me. Alright. Alright, do you want to pay 2? If you don't, this will be sacrificed. Yeah, we're going to keep this around. We may not keep it around forever, but we're going to keep it around for right now. Having a 4/4 is pretty helpful. Alright, Bastion Mastodon. It's a 4/5, oh Christ, which gains Vigilance until end of turn. That's looking like something I'm going to want to sacrifice my guy on. That seems like the one. The time might be right. Okay, what'd I draw? Thriving Grubs. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2. We've had this guy before. So here's the real downside, is that this costs 3 to activate. It'd be really useful for destroying this, because this is an artifact creature, but we have to use all of our land to do so, and that sucks. So, if we're gonna do this, if we're actually gonna do this, how would we do this? Generally, you would activate this ability after they're blocking. You know, you would attack, and then you could act... like, if they were attacking us, we could block, and then we could use that ability. But if I want to swing with the 4/4 this turn, things get difficult, because I need to activate this beforehand. Which is not really the best way of doing things. But I'm kind of thinking I might do that anyway. I might activate this ability, destroy the thing, and then swing with the 4/4. And, like, they might double block, and if they do, whatever. Just, I really have a mentality of just roll with the punches. For the record, you would generally not do this. These sorts of cards where they sacrifice themselves to do an effect, you would generally wait for the opponent to attack you, because you can block with this card, and then after you've declared them as a blocker, you can activate the ability. Even though they're sacrificed, the damage that the creature that is, you know, attacking, that doesn't get through to you as a player. So it's a really good move. But for what I want to do in this specific second, I need to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this thing, because I don't want to see that thing around. And then it's telling me I can do this, but I don't know why that's particularly beneficial. I think instead, because I can do this at any time, I could do that during second main. So I'm going to go to the attack step. If they double block, I can finish them off with the 1-2. So I'm not really concerned. Let's attack. Confirm. Mutually assured destruction, baby. It's good stuff. I kind of hoped that they would do this. Oh, I had kind of hoped. So we want to kill this one first, and then this one. And not that it matters, because it actually does not matter, but I'm going to use this ability. Pay 2, and it deals 1 damage to target creature. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And do it here. So then that'll take a damage. And then all 3 of those things will die. And in my opinion, that's exciting. Everyone's dead. I'm the only one left with stuff, and I have a lot more hand cards than they do. And I got 2 energy. Plus, now that the 4/4's dead, I don't have to keep paying the sacrifice stuff. It's another elephant. Okay, so that sucks. It's not the end of the world, but it definitely is not, it's not great. Especially because we are still not drawing land. I gotta admit, we've done really well. We've played this entire match with 3 land. Oh, and I also drew another gremlin. That's not bad. God, my kingdom for a land. I mean, seriously. Okay, Fiery Impulse. Dang, man. This is not really exactly how I wanted it to play out. Thriving Grubs. Trying to think. Okay, I'm gonna put this out. I'm gonna put this out. And continue. Yeah. And I still have mana to play Fiery Impulse if I want to. Obviously, attacking with 1-2 would be suicide. We're not going to do that. Goes to second main. We have the option of putting in Thriving Grubs. And that seems like the correct option, because otherwise, I don't have anything to spend my mana on. I'm not going to need Fiery Impulse. I highly doubt that I will. So instead, let's put this in. There we go. So at least we have some fortification here. And we're up to 4 energy. Don't think that I've forgotten about the fact that we can do 6 damage to a target player. That may win us the match here in a second. So we switch over here. What you got? Besides the 4/5 element that's in the room. I haven't forgotten about the elephant in the room. It's another Guardian Automaton. It's a 3/3 that gains life. Which sucks. Especially because that's another artifact. Go to the attack step. Swinging, of course, with the 4/5. You know, might just take it. Thinking I might just take it. I think I'll take it. Yeah, I'll just take it. And I have a plan, actually. So, okay, on their end step, what I'm thinking I might do here, and this is not what my plan was, but if I go ahead and use this and deal 1 damage... Oh, wait, that's a okay, hold on. I gotta do that on my turn. Okay, now on my turn... I got the Firebird, that's cool. Still only 3 land, playing the entire round with 3 land. I'm thinking I can do 1 damage to that 3/3 and then Fiery Impulse it out of here. Then they have nothing to block with. Which doesn't particularly mean anything, I suppose, but I could swing for for 4. And then after that, if I brought in the Renegade, I could win the game, right? No, I'd have to bring in something else, because I'd be down 2 energy, wouldn't I? This guy makes 2 energy, but I need an energy. I need a mana. Shoot. Now, alternatively, and actually what might be a better option, is... God, I need land so badly, it's sickening. If I brought in the Renegade and just went ahead and did that thing, then that would be good. Oh, the other thing is if I kill the 3/3, he gains 3 life. God! So much bullcrap here. And also so much need for a, so much need for land. It's terrible. When this attacks, you can pay that. If you do, you can get a counter on it. And you could just keep doing that if you wanted to. I really want to do 6 damage to this guy's face, though. I want that damage on the board. But if that guy's going to gain 3 life, it's going to make it difficult. Well, I don't think I'm in a bad spot, but I think that things are not great. If I hold on to my mana, I can block and then sacrifice and kill off the guy with the rat, too. I keep calling him a rat. It's a gremlin. It just looks like a rat to me. Maybe I should just do that. Save my land so I can do that. I really hate that idea. I really, like, heavily dislike that idea. But it might be in my best interest at the current time. Yeah. Maybe. God. Yeah. I moved to the attack step, man. I know I got another second main, but this is rough. He's only got 1 card in hand, though, so that's kind of what I'm holding on to. I'm holding on to some hope. Alright, continue. Alright, let's see what you got. 2 cards in hand. This is really dangerous. But I got good stuff in my hand. I'm just really holding out for a land, of which my opponent has plenty of. What you gonna do? Go to the attack step. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Swing with both? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So I stopped the timer just to see if there's anything I want to do here. Now, obviously, it's going to take all of my mana to destroy a target artifact. So the question is, how do I want to handle this? Do I want to completely kill off this guy? Do I want to block that guy and kill off the other guy? Maybe that's what I should do. I'll block here and kill off the other artifact. That seems correct. That definitely seems correct. Alright, so they've declared blockers. So the appropriate thing for me is to block here, confirm the block, stop the timer, activate the ability, and destroy this artifact. And that is a heck of a play. That guy gets destroyed. 3/3 does damage to nothing there. I don't take anything, and they play an enchantment aura. Revoke privileges. An enchanted creature can attack, block, or crew vehicles. Oh, that's exciting. Well, whatever. Okay. So that was kind of a weird turn, but not the worst, honestly. not the worst by a long shot. This guy will help me make more stuff, which seems good. Wait a minute. I'm gonna say, I might be getting to the point I can start to do damage to this guy's face, but I still need stupid land. Where is my land? Alright, let's put the Renegade in. Renegade goes in. So he's in. I'm satisfied with that decision. I've got 8. And I think... and this guy can't block now? Is that what that is? It can't attack, block, or crew vehicle. Well, that's terribly exciting. I think what I'm going to do is maybe go ahead and use that ability. I really want to. It's really bad. I just want to make sure it's done. Do it. Get it done. I don't want to have to think about it anymore. And they don't have any cards in hand, so I have board position right now. Very clearly. I've got a handful of burn and a bird. They're still going to swing, because of course they are. I only have one blocker, but I'm not actually interested in blocking. Hopefully this doesn't kill me. They do 3. Okay, I'm at 6. What do you got during second main? This is what makes all the difference. It's a 2/2 fabricate 1. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, cool. This is fine. This is fine. How on earth am I still not getting land? How many turns are we into this? So, you'll notice that I'm not even focused on trying to kill off that 3/3 anymore. The reason is, if I don't kill the 3/3, then it never gains that 3 life back. So that's what I'm trying to think about right now. It's like, maybe I don't want to deal with that. Maybe that's not my objective. This will allow me to do 2 damage to a creature. So I could kill off that 2/2. And then these get stronger, so it'll start doing 1 damage to the creature's controller. That's kind of helpful. I could play Fiery Impulse. And also the Ruinous Gremlin? That's kind of cool, I suppose. Let's get the Gremlin in first. I think that's a good first move. The Gremlin goes in. It's even advising me to play Fiery Impulse. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna kill off the 2/2. That happens. I wish we had some energy. That'd be pretty sweet. There's no reason not to swing with these guys, though. Because the 1/1, if it blocks, is gonna die. And it probably will block. It doesn't want to take that much damage. So he's down to 3. And we still have a way to block if we need to. I have a funny feeling this guy doesn't want to attack us anymore. Revoke privileges. Who now? That 1/1. Okay. Sure. Do you insist? Still swinging! Oh, I can't block. And that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, wait, why would you do that? You've lost the game. Or did you know that you were going to lose anyway? Wait, did I win? Is it over? I finally got a stupid thing. A flying haste guy? Flying haste. That's it. I won the game. God, what a battle. I kept trying to go as fast as I could. Wang, wang, wang. Wang, wang, wang. I think I said whack, whack, whack earlier, which was probably bad enough. Wang. How did wang even come out of my mouth? Whatever. I wanged this guy to death. He suffered the pain of my wang, and now he's gone. 5 damage. Boom. Ay, ay, ay. I think the thing that was frustrating about that round is that, like, I had the tools. I had the tools in my hand. Great cards. Great cards. He wasn't doing all that hot. I just never got land. And I'm actually kind of proud of myself for dealing with that with 3 land. Although that does kind of give a testament to the power that red has with just a very small amount of mana. You don't need a whole lot of land and you can do amazing things. Although it sure as heck took longer. Dovin reveals that the dangerous threat that he and the Consulate forces have been pursuing is the leader of the Renegades who dissent with the Consulate stifling rule. Their leader is Paya Nalar, Chandra's long-lost mother. Surrounded by Consulate guards, Paya is placed under arrest and dragged away while Chandra looks on in helpless shock. Welp, that happened. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. That was quite a battle. That's probably one of the longest red battles I've had on the channel in this series. Next week, we're going to be taking on Creepy Blue Demon Man. I don't know if we'll still be playing a Chandra, but we certainly are playing a lot more aggressively in Kaladesh, and that makes me happy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week for more Friday Night Magic.